welcome to this special presentation on Medfield TV. Today is Medfield Warrior football. The Warriors are in the 2007 Division III Super Bowl championship here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The Warriors, you know, have a 10-2 record. They're taking on the Big Blue of Swampscott, who comes in with 11-1, and it is going to be a battle of defense against an offensive powerhouse in Swampscott. I'm Pete Kenny, and I'm joined today by Mr. Jerry Potts. Jerry, how you doing?
Pete, it's great to be here. If you can't get excited for this, then you're not a football fan.
This is pretty exciting. It's Medfield and Swampscott in Division III Super Bowl. Medfield is the defending Super Bowl champions, as you well know, and we're going to start here pretty soon. But first, I was wondering, Jerry, what do you see as the keys to the game today?
Well, Pete, I think there are going to be three things that we're going to need to take a look at today. First of all, the Medfield defense. This is a defense that since September 7th has only given up less than 14 points a game against every single opponent, including everyone in the TVL. So I think today, key is going to be defense. Swampscott will be trying to throw the ball. They've got a prolific passing attack. So Medfield's defense, secondary in particular in the line, is going to need to step up big. And frankly, Pete, I think that plays to their strength. I know they can.
I think you're right. And you know, Medfield has won 22 of their last 24 games, going back to the second week of last year. They have outscored their opponents in the last 5 games, 102-38.
Well, I think another key factor today, Pete, is going to be the weather. It's 30 degrees, and I'm sure we'll splice in some shots of the camera. It is windy today. So Kinchley for Swampscott, who has 18 touchdown passes, tied for the lead in Division III. It's going to be critical for the Medfield defense to play hard, but they're going to get some help today, I think, from the conditions. A cold day, blustery, mid-30s with a lot of wind in Gillette Stadium here. And that leads kind of to the final key for today's game is fewest mistakes. Medfield played a great game against Abington. Abington forced 4 turnovers against Abington. It came back to hurt them. I think today the team that can hold on to the ball, they're not going to call a lot of penalties, I'll tell you that, because this game moves pretty fast. So again, I think it's going to be the defense, the offense keeping the ball controlled and the conditions, and fewest mistakes. And I think that's who's going to walk out of here. And you know, I'm a little biased, but I think that's going to be the Medfield Warriors.
Oh, I hope you're right, Jerry. And right now, they're just starting to introduce the Medfield High School team. So why don't we take a shot of the boys down on the field? And here come your Medfield Warriors, the defending Super Bowl champions of Division III. Medfield is just taking the field here. It's single digits here at Foxborough this morning with the wind chill factor, but we are ready for some football. I want to thank my cameraman Nathan Grossman for coming out once again today. Jerry Potts is on my left. I'm Pete Kenny, and we're going to bring you some Super Bowl action.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the Northeast Conference, the Swampscott Big Blue.
Pete, as they're introducing Swampscott, a couple players who we're going to be calling a lot. Peter Kinchley, we talked about him in the opening. 7 running touchdowns, 18 passing touchdowns, 25 touchdowns total so far this year that he's had his hand in. Probably the most potent passer they've seen year to date. So we'll let them announce him in here, but.
Please rise as we honor the spirit of America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, looks like we're getting ready down here on the field. The captains are about to come out and do the handshake and the coin flip.
So I'll finish that just again for the Swampscott. We mentioned Kinchley. Trevor Wheeler with 6 touchdown catches, number 6. Justin Mitchell, 23, 6 catches. Steve Moran, number 1, 4 touchdown catches. And Jordan Kelly, 3, number 80. So you're going to see the ball. Usually you'd see the ball up quite a bit. It'll be interesting to see with the conditions that we have today on how they're going to be able to handle the wind. We were watching a little bit of the first game, Greater Lawrence against East Boston. The ball was sailing, definitely floating. So the opportunistic Medfield secondary, I think, is going to have some chances today to pick some passes.
I think that's absolutely right, Jerry. And this cold, windy day plays right into Medfield's favor as well. Being a dominant run team, they're happy to take 3 yards, 4 yards at a crack, and take a 13-yard drive and take the time off the clock. And once again, we have 10-minute quarters here in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not only is it a little bit shorter, there are only 3 timeouts per team per half. And we've also seen maybe, I don't know, total 2 or 3 penalty flags thrown. So this is going to be a game that I do think it plays into Medfield's favor. Swampscott, though, a formidable team. Their only loss this year was to Division II Gloucester, which is 12-0 this year. So they lost by 7 points, playing up a division to a team that is a heck of a team. So Medfield, been here before. A lot of players have experienced this. Globe gives them a 1-point pick as the favorite, but I do think the conditions and also, you know, the type of pace of this kind of game in the playoffs is going to play to Medfield's favor.
Well, we're just about ready. Andrew Reinhardt is in his position. The Warriors look like they're ready. The Warriors will be kicking off. They're wearing their white with white, kicking off to the big blue of Swampscott. Think we're just about set. It said it's December 1st, 2007. It's Super Bowl Saturday as the Warriors try to repeat as Division III champions. And the ball flows off the tee. Medfield's coming in great shape here, defensively and offensively, playing as good as they have all season long, and they have an excellent contingent of fans across the way from us. Nice to see the support for the boys, and here we go. Reinhardt tries
Medfield recovers. Medfield recovers.
That was supposed to be a squib. It turned into an onside kick. Medfield has taken over with the ball. They've got the ball 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Captain Chris Ripp coming up with that fumble. Loose ball, excuse me.
Could have really started with a better script.
Has the ball on offense, 1st down to 10. They'll put it in play at Swampscott 48.
This is a great break for Medfield as they come to the line, led by senior Luke Swain, number 10. They got trips to the right, Dolly in motion to the left. Handoff goes to Peter Goomis, straight up the middle. Good for a couple on 1st down. Peter Goomis has really been a go-to guy this year, and he was named one of the TVL All-Stars, along with running back Drew Donnelly, Andrew Collins, and Mike Welsh was also named Lineman of the Year in the Tri-Valley League. There they come to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down at about 7. Swain calling signals. It's trips to the left with Goomis in the backfield. Pitch goes to Peter Goomis, running to his left, trying to get outside. And they drive him out of bounds. It looks like a no pickup on that.
Chris Cameron making the stop for the Big Blues.
Well, Goomis touching the ball the first couple times here, Pete. They've gone with the tight slot on the left-hand side that time. Just couldn't get around the corner.
Well, Swampscott comes in, and they only give up 11.9 points a game. Medfield gives up about 15, but it's been a long time since they gave up more than 14. Swain calling signals on 3rd down. He's got to keep it himself, rolling to his right, looking for a receiver. He's got Peter Goomis. It's not quite, just shy of the 1st down marker. It's got to bring up a 4th down and short for the Warriors.
Justin Mitchell defensively for Swampscott.
Well, clearly puts him in enough range to be able to go for it. We've also seen him pooch in a situation like this throughout the year on a field position kind of game. But we're looking at about a 4th and 4.
And Max Zuccarini is in the backfield. He's the
Yeah, well,
guy
I
who
wouldn't be
does the
surprised
pooch
to see the
punt.
pooch punt.
And here it comes.
Oh,
That ball's going to get down just outside the 20-yard line. Looks like about the 23-yard line. Now it's Max Zuccarini in to do the pooch punt. There was no safeties back for Swampscott.
well, you know, you can see right away some of the tough conditions here. Zuccarini was almost not able to catch the ball. There's a combination of the wind and the cold. So again, I think the skill position players are really going to have their hands full, or at least their hands cold, I should say, in being able to keep a handle on the ball. He was lucky to get that pooch punt off, and usually we've seen a little bit better distance on it.
Okay, Swampscott comes out. He's got 3 receivers to his right, lone back in the backfield. Handoff goes
Big
to the
hole.
first man through.
In the 11, carried for TV Blue. Andrew Donnelly in the
That was Justin Mitchell for Swampscott, and Andrew Donnelly in on the tackle.
It's a first down for Swampscott.
That's a nice pickup on first down as they pick up a first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Swampscott. The ball's marked about the 34. Now they come out with 3 receivers to the left, 1 back at the backfield. That back is Stephen Corey. Kinsley calling signals in a shotgun formation.
Quick
The
flanker
flanker
pass.
screen, the ball's on the ground. Midfield falls on it. They're going to rule that one
Incomplete.
incomplete. Good heads-up play there by Andre Abahaler to grab the ball, but it was in fact an incomplete pass. Ball sort of wavered in the air a little, Jerry.
You know, again, I think it's going to be Swampscott with the number of touchdowns through the air that they've had so far this year, 18 with Kinchley and then 1 with their backup quarterback, Cameron. Going to be tough to be able to get that ball out there, even on a quick swing pass there to their halfback. The ball was fluttering.
Split receivers and slot men to both sides. 1 back in the backfield. Kinsley's got to keep it himself. He's got a little bit of room. Gets it up over the 40-yard line. Got that all on his own, weaving his way through the first level. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 here. The ball's marked about the 46-yard line of Swampscott. As I said, they come in with a 11-1 record. Very tough team. Relentless aerial assault. Brings up a 3rd and about 3 here. Kinsley shotgun formation again, calling signals. 4 receivers in the pattern. Midfield showing blitz. That's Andrew Collins. Kinsley heads off tackle. Another nice pickup there. They did a very nice job of that. That's Ilya Levin on the carry.
Ilya Levin was the ball carrier. Penalty markers are not on the play.
There was a penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, they're going to pick that up. That was Collins offside. They had the blitz going, and Collins, mistimed his jump.
Offside, number 55, Mike. That penalty is refused. It's a first down Blue.
That penalty is refused. It's got to be another first down for Swampscott. I think that's their 3rd, Jerry.
Second. First down.
49-yard line of midfield, 1st and 10.
Kinsley from shotgun formation, looking pass to the left. He's got a man over.
Wow.
Oh, he gets through the secondary and a nice block downfield. Wow, that was Justin Mitchell. Took that pass right over the middle. Couple of nice blocks downfield, and he goes in for the early score at 6:57 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Pete, it was a perfectly thrown ball. Let him perfectly in stride, and whether or not the elements are tough today, you wouldn't have known it from that pass.
Looks like that's going to be a legal procedure of some sort on Swampscott. They had some funny formation there. Did you see?
Yeah, they were.
Offside,
Wow.
number 55, Mike. That penalty is just half the distance to the goal line.
That's going to be an offside on Andrew
Well,
Collins.
they were going to kick it. Now that's going to put them in a position where they're probably going to go for 2.
Yeah, they're going to place the ball at the 1 yard line. That's half the distance to the goal. And it looks like Swampscott's going to come in and try to power this one in.
Second offside on Collins. A little surprised on that one in particular because, they were really trying to create some confusion, but they had the tee on the ground, so it looked like they were going to actually kick the extra point. Spread formation now.
So Swampscott's going to try for the 2-point conversion here from the 1 yard line. Kinchley in shotgun formation, 4 receivers in the pattern. Quick handoff straight up the middle, and they go in for the 2 points. So Swampscott takes the early lead, 8-0, on a beautiful touchdown play. They completed the ball over the linebacker, between the linebacker and the secondary. They were able to take it into the house for Swampscott, 8-0 lead.
A tough start, Pete. They had the fortuitous bounce on the squid kick. Started inside of Swampscott territory, had a couple of runs that didn't pick up any yardage and weren't able to make much on that first series. And probably a little bit more troubling was the fact that Swampscott really wasn't stopped at all on that. They had 3 very productive running plays of 11, 6, and 11, 1 incompletion, and then a 50-yard touchdown pass. So, some weapons that we were told about. A team that's averaging 24 points a game. Swampscott, and getting them in a lot of different ways. In fact, their kicker already has 34 extra points for this year. So that'll give you some indication. He's their 3rd leading scorer, all from extra points and field goals. So,
well, the Big Blue is a very powerful offensive machine, as I said, a relentless aerial attack. But Medfield will return the kick right here. Looks like Drew Donnelly back deep for Medfield with, is that Peter Goomis, number 27?
Tough angle for us.
Just can't see with the angle. And the kick is away, and it's very short kick. Medfield's just going to fall on it. Harry Bedosian picks it up.
Well, they're fortunate to have up, Bedosian, who has those good hands.
Want to just mention that Harry Bedosian was an honorable mention as the all-purpose player in the Tri-Valley League this year. Congratulations to him. So Medfield's going to take over 1st and 10. The ball's going to be marked at the 34-yard line. And, Jerry, it's time to get the show on the road and start moving those chains.
Yeah, I'd like to see him come out, Diesel, and there they come. I'd like to see him, try to establish the ground control.
It's a pitch to Donnelly. He's running left. He's got some blockers. Can't quite get around the outside. He gets pushed out of bounds. It looks like a pickup of no gain on that particular play. But Medfield is running their diesel offense. It's what they absolutely do best.
Driven out of bounds by number 23, Justin Mitchell.
I don't know if it's nice to hear the Medfield marching band here, too. I think you can hear the Warriors cheer.
Well, great turnout. The entire middle section filled, so Medfield making the 15-minute drive over here, but coming out in force today.
2nd down and 9 from the 33-yard line. Swain calling signals. Hands out to Peter Goomis. He's got some room. Peter fights up to about the 40-yard line. Pick up a 4 or 5 on the play.
Met by number 9, Sean Bubau.
This is what I'd like to see him do, Pete, is, I think, a little surprised that they spread him out to begin with to try to run. I think the diesel gives him that combination of being able to get some deception happening, force him to come up a little bit and overcommit to the run.
3rd and 4 here. Swain's got to keep it himself, and he takes a big hit. He is not going to pick it up. Going to be a couple yards shy. It's going to be bringing up a 4th down.
That closed fast. It looked, Pete, when he first made the, fake the handoff and turned, it looked like he had an opening, but it closed very quickly.
Sure did. Looks like Andre Albahala into punt. He's had a great season this year, kicking the ball and playing defense. Oh, the ball gets over his head. Makes a nice move.
What a great punt. What a great, nice coverage. That That's an amazing play.
That was an awesome job by Andre Abahala. The snap was over his head. He got the ball, he kept his wits, made a move, got the ball away, and Mike Welch made the tackle for a gain of nothing on that punt return.
Yeah, just really poised under pressure. Abahala, recovering quickly. Fortunately, they only had one person pressuring, and he was able to make a nice play, get around, and make a 30-plus yard with no return.
So here we go, the Big Blue, 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. 4 receivers in the pattern. There's a duck he's throwing there. That was not a particularly good-looking pass. Threw it behind the receiver, no chance there. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Well, Pete, I'm going to stand by. I think that the Medfield secondary, as I mentioned last game, is one of their strengths. And Bedosian on that long post pattern almost got a hand on it to knock it down. Ended up being beat, but I think the Medfield secondary is going to make some plays today.
Kinsley hands off. That's Ilya
Nice.
Levin. Nice stop there by Andrew Collins. Just stood him straight up.
Actually, it looks like Goomis.
Oh, Peter Goomis.
Andrew Collins,
Oh,
defensive.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Andrew Collins.
you know what? Why am I correcting the guy who's done play-by-play all year?
Not to worry.
Why? When am I going to learn?
AC stood him up there at the line of scrimmage, and Goomis probably came in and really knocked him down. So it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 7 for Big Blue. This is where Medfield wants them. They go with a 3-man line here. 3 linebackers, nickel back. That ball's going to get thrown incomplete. Medfield had the coverage on the outside. They're going for a little dink and dunk, West Coast style offense, and this time it just didn't work out for him, Jerry.
Yeah, he's looking for the quick cuts, the slant patterns, and then trying to get some yards after catch. And in that scenario, again, both passes to the sideline were ducks. And I mean the ducks that are going south for the winter, which, frankly, with this kind of weather, might be a good idea.
Back deep from Medfield to return the punt is Jake Kramer and Harry Bedosian, number 15 and number 4. So I was hit. Oh, it's going to be a
fake.
trick play. He's going to try to pick up the first down himself.
Looks
He's
like
moving
he's
to the
gonna
right.
get it.
Look, he's going to get it. Oh, that's very disappointing. That was a trick play. No punt at all. He took it as a pitch and ran it to the outside, just enough to pick up the first down. As Swampscott continues to move the chains here in the early going.
From the 47-yard line.
That's tough. Your defense ends up doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're back on the field. You got to give them credit for making the play.
Absolutely. Kinsley back in shotgun formation as he is on every play. 4 receivers in the pattern. And off goes to
Nice
11.
tackle.
And he gets dragged down right at the line of scrimmage. That's Peter Goomis making the tackle. Peter Goomis playing linebacker along with Jake Kramer and Andrew Collins. Playing behind the defensive line of Chris Ripp, Mike Welsh, James Thomas, and Andre Abahala. Secondary is Pat McClay and Harry Bedosian with Drew Darley on this side, and I can't read the far side, but it's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 8 for the Big Blue.
I got motion on them.
Might have been a little movement on the offensive line
Like
as
their left tackle went off.
Collins came through and made contact.
Dead ball, false start, number 60, blue.
Right you are, Jerry. It was illegal procedure before the play. It brings up a 2nd down, and now 2nd down and about 14. Ball's marked at the Swampscott 43-yard line. Swampscott walks up to the line. Spread formation once again with the 4 receivers in the pattern.
Again, looks like the tackle went off again. Same tackle.
A lot of nerves out there, Jerry. It is the Super Bowl after all, and every play matters.
False start, number 60, blue. Still
That was, in fact, a false start once again. It's going to move him back another 5 yards. It's got to be about 2nd and 19. The ball on the 38-yard line First down is going to be all the way over to midfield territory.
On the Swampscott
But
59.
2nd and 19, I think we're going to look for a little square in or slant pass over the middle.
Well, if they throw any screens, this is the kind of kind of down and distance you might see something like that.
Okay, we got 3 receivers to the left, 1 back in the backfield, split receiver to the right. Kinsley may be changing the play at the line.
Collins wisely gets Goomis out on the slot receiver. Looks like they got a blitz coming from
Kinsley
the
is
corner.
looking to his right. That's got to be complete about the 35-yard
tackle.
line. And he's going to get knocked out of bounds just over the 40. Excellent job by midfield. Pick up a 6 or 7 yards on that play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 14. This is how Medfield wants them.
Yeah, Pat McClay did a nice job of reading it, came up fast. And you got to give Collins credit for putting Goomis out on the slot receiver so that they had the right number of midfield defenders out there.
Ball's
Look to
marked.
see if they bring some pressure here.
Ball's marked on the near hash mark. Spread formation once again. 4 receivers in the pattern. It's 3rd and 14.
And they are bringing the blitz.
Looking to the right, and that's a complete.
Wow.
But not enough for a first down.
That's an impressive pass, though.
As Mark Kostovsky, the far side cornerback, brings him down. It looks like it's going to be a 4th down and about a yard. Nice job by Mark Kostovsky to bring him down and prevent the first down, but it's going to be a 4th and 1.
Also in Andrew Donnelly, number 41, defensive.
Kinsley in shotgun formation. I think we're going to see this every play. 4 receivers in the pattern. It's in the backfield with Ilya Levin.
You're going to call the timeout here?
And Swampscott calls a timeout. They want to make sure they know what they're doing against this tough Medfield D. Over the course of the year, the Medfield D's only given up 9.5 points per game. And lately, they've been holding him to much closer to 8.
Got to give Jordan Kelly a heck of a lot of credit for Swampscott for making that catch. That was a hands catch in weather like this. The ability to be able to get your hands on it, not use your body. He didn't have a choice. He stretched out and made that play and then picked up a couple of tough yards after that.
A fine-looking play. It was an excellent grab, a nice pass. You know, that's the efficiency that Swampscott's known for. We know they've come in with an 11-1 record. Just a dominant team in their division. But Kinsley is their main guy. He's the one with the target on his back. He's the one that Medfield is going to be keying on. And Jerry, I wondered if Medfield was going to employ possibly a spy on him today.
Well, it'll be interesting. You know, he can run, but he's also been able to pass, effectively. So we'll see what they do here.
Big
Here's the
play
run.
right here. And Kinsley, he's taken down, but he looks like he's close to the first down marker.
Yeah, I think he picked it up, Pete.
Don't like to assume. And it was, in fact, a first down pickup. Picked up about 2. The ball's going to be marked on the midfield 42-yard line. Medfield's trailing 8-0 here in the first quarter with just about a minute left to play.
You know, really a very balanced attack. They've had 8 running plays, 6 passing plays so far, 3 completions in the passing game.
1st and 10 from shotgun formation from the 42-yard line. Swampscott in control. Kinsley hangs off to Levin. He's trying to look for room.
Nice
and he
play.
is really taken down hard there by Drew Donnelly after a short pickup of about 3.
Donnelly making the stop.
See A.C. Collins in there on the bottom of the pile as well.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, I don't think 7.
Pickup of about 4 on the play.
3 on the play.
Ball's going to be marked at the midfield 38-yard line where it is 2nd and 7. Ball's marked near the near hash mark. 4 men in the pattern. Kinsley brings him to the line. He's in shotgun formation.
I'm feeling turnover here, Pete.
And
Ooh.
Levin, he's got some big running room. Oh, and he is really met there by Andrew Donnelly. Looks like he might have hurt his arm on that play. Nice stop by Drew.
Ball carrier tackled by number 9, Andre Abuhala.
See, Chris Warren quickly runs into the secondary. Chris played a great game the other night on special teams and on the secondary. He's in for Donnelly.
Yeah, those are big shoes to fill, though. You know, it looks like either a shoulder or an elbow. And Donnelly's not only, you know, your big hitting safety who comes up, made obviously last game 2 touchdowns, 2 huge interceptions, including the game-sealing interception, but he's a force on offense too. And if he's not able to come back in, that's going to be a major loss for Medfield.
Well, he is a TVL All-Star, and as a junior is really one of the main cogs in this offense.
Well, we've talked about it. He's a big kid. He's 6'3". He's got a combination of size and speed. Brings a lot of leadership on the field in the secondary. Can come up and make the big hit. But you know, as we've seen so far, you know, Medfield so far really hasn't had the answers to be able to slow them up either in the ground or in the air. And we haven't really seen a team do this. We saw a little bit at the end of the Abington game, where we saw some impressive play by Abington, opening up some creases in the defense, really for the first time. One of the challenges, though, Pete, at this point in the season is the games are so quick. There's so few days in between that you're not able to do a lot of scouting on these teams. You really can't make a lot of adjustments, and they really have not seen all year, maybe Holliston for portions of the game, but a team that goes spread and shotgun virtually every play.
Well, Bellingham had that kind of offense as well, and I thought they were a pretty scary team. And Chris Haddon also has 17 touchdown passes.
Good point. Yeah, Bellingham averaging 21 a game, and Medfield held them to 6. But I do think that when you look at Swampscott, the level of competition they played at, they're able to execute it a little bit better, I think, than Bellingham.
Well, Medfield TV is your local community communications resource for sports all year long. Tune into Medfield TV on Wednesday evenings beginning at 7 p.m. New games debut there. There is room for all ages and all sports. We're here at Gillette Stadium. It's temperatures around 30 degrees with a 30-mile-an-hour wind. Brings the wind chill down to about 9 degrees out here.
But, you know, those Comcast wimps are in the booth, Pete. So, you know, we're out here where the action is happening, where the wind swirls. It's another way of saying I can't feel my feet anymore, but it is definitely a cold day. You know, one of the trends that we had talked about for Medfield was ball control and time of possession, and you know, virtually 16 plays, virtually 3/4 of that first half, it was in Swampscott's hands.
Okay, it's a 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line here. Swampscott in control. Kinsley with the 4 receivers in the backfield, calling signals. Hands off.
Big hole up the middle.
That was a big hole up the middle, absolutely. That's Kyle Shoney, the sophomore, also a big threat for Big Blue. Shoney carries the ball. It looked pickup of about 6. It looks like about a 2nd down and 4 from about the 25-yard line.
Gain of 7 yards.
Medfield is backing up sort of into the shadow of their own goalpost. We're just starting the second quarter. Swampscott has got the 8-0 lead here, as I said, at the beginning of the second quarter. Kinsley in shotgun formation. He's looking left. He's throwing left. Go ahead, a big cushion over there. He gets around the corner, and they're going to knock him out of bounds about the 5-yard line. Able to get right around Harry Bedosian. Andrew Collins over there trying to flow to the outside to help with coverage, but that was a big first down by Swampscott. It's got to bring up 1st and goal at about the 4-yard line.
Well, Pete, what this is forcing them to do, they're going spread repeatedly, and so what they're doing an extremely good job of is the quick hits out to the receivers, you know, to keep the secondary, the cornerbacks honest, and then that's leaving holes up the middle for the running attack.
Well, there certainly have been big holes. 1st and goal, Swampscott calling signals. Kinsley in there, the leader of the offense.
Bring some pressure here.
There's a handoff to 11.
Oh, he's open.
Oh, and he cuts right through. Boy, that was an excellent fake, I gotta say. But that was a touchdown by Peter Kinsley. He was able to take it in from the 4 yards out. And I gotta say, I bid on the fake and I was watching 11.
Yeah, no, I saw Kinchley did a nice job, but again, so much of this is set up by the things that are working for them.
Right.
So when you're able to, to turn around quick outs, you're hitting up the middle, where you're able to get, quick plays up the middle. That opens up a lot of combinations for Kinchley, and he's a smart quarterback, and obviously, has scored a lot of touchdowns this year through the air, and also, as I said, 7 running. So
The kick is up, it's down, and it is good. Swampscott takes the 15-0 lead here at 9:08 left in the second quarter. Medfield will be receiving the ball, and they really have got to get themselves going.
yeah, we're seeing an offense again that I think for Medfield is posing a couple of problems. They've got speed and they've got a lot of skill position players that can do something when they've gotten the ball. So one of the things that we've seen all year is the Medfield secondary in position that even if they're not able to break up the pass, they're in position to make the tackle.
Right.
And what's happening here in both times, getting down to the 9-yard line on a long completion and then the 50-yard touchdown pass, is not only is Swampscott able to catch the ball, but they're doing something once they get it.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're looking like a high-flying offense, so we thought they would be. Swampscott getting ready to kick off. There's a slight breeze blowing from our left to our right. Midfield's getting ready to receive. It's Jake Kramer back there on the far side. I can't see the number here on the near side. And here we go. The kick is away. It's coming to Medfield. Picks at about their 15-yard line. Brings it to the outside. It's got some room. That's Marcus Stosky. Nice return there. Brings it up close to the 30-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Medfield Warriors.
Pete, one thing I will say is before last game, I wouldn't have had as much confidence in Medfield's ability to put the ball up in the air. But Luke Swaim, last game, really had an impressive game passing, the most that they had thrown all year. And when he was given the time to be able to throw, he was able to, make those completions. I like seeing them try to regain some control here, but I do have confidence that they can also put the ball in the air if they need to.
1st and 10. There's a mix-up in the backfield. That play did not come off the way they wanted. Jerry, just to follow up on what you were saying, Luke Swain was 6 of 16 last Tuesday night. Well, this past Tuesday night in the MIAA tournament game against Abington. But there was a little timing issue on that last play. It just wasn't the way it was supposed to be.
Kramer filling in for Donnelly, and as we said, those are going to be big shoes to fill. No Donnelly on the field right now. He's usually the man in motion, and that play usually would have gone to him.
So that's Bedosian and Jake Kramer in the backfield with Peter Gumas got the ball. Gumas got some room. He burst it up over the 45-yard line, getting close to a 1st down.
Actually, it looks like it was Ostowski on that.
Oh, it's Marcus Stosky that time, not Peter Gumas. Swain comes in. He's got the signal. He's got the play from Coach Nick Stevens. It's going to bring about a 3rd down and 4 for Medfield. Ball's about the 36-yard line. There's Bedosian this side, Kramer that side. Handoff goes to Harry Bedosian. He picks his way. He's got some running room. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more as Harry gets knocked out of bounds about the 47-yard line.
Bedosian can bring that change of pace. He's more of a slashing runner. A nice compliment to Gumas, to Ostowski, who are going for the tough yardage. And we could see a lot more of Bedosian if Donnelly's on the bench, because he's the kind of runner who can get outside that they really need.
You're absolutely right. So that's a 1st and 10 for the Warriors. This time it's Bedosian this side. Handoff goes to the fullback as he's fighting his way up through the middle. Not much room there in the interior line today, Jerry.
Well, we've said this before, Pete. A lot of the teams that are trying to stop the Diesel are packing their guys in, and we've commented about how amazing it is that there's any running room when you've got 10 bodies within 4 yards of the ball. Swampscott really, doing a nice job of filling those gaps that are usually there.
Yeah, Swampscott is playing way up on the line of scrimmage. Once again, Kramer this side, Bedosian the other side. Harry Bedosian's got it. He's picking his way through. Gets it up over the 45-yard line for a short gain. As I said, this is the MIAA Division III Super Bowl contest between Medfield Warriors and the Big Blue of Swampscott. Swampscott got off to an early lead here, but Medfield's got the ball and they're moving. Ball's marked about the 45-yard line.
This is going to be an important pickup here, Pete. You know, you want to keep the Swampscott offense off the field. Time of possession has really been tilted in their favor. You'd like to see a pickup of first down here.
Pitch to Kramer, running right. He's got a little bit of room. He gets it up to around the corner. He's got to be close to a first down.
To Jake Kramer.
He might be a yard short.
Steve Moran making the defensive stop.
See Drew Donnelly standing there by himself on the sidelines. Big number 41 is a major cog in this offensive and defensive scheme here for the Warriors. And he didn't get the first down. It looks like it's going to be just shy. It's about a yard shy. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 as Swain brings him to the line in diesel formation.
They picked it up.
Handoff goes to the fullback straight through.
And up to Peter Gumas.
Now it's Peter Gumas that picks up the first down for Medfield as they are into Swampscott territory. The ball going to be marked about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that was a critical pickup, Pete. You know, again, got to keep Swampscott off the field. This is what Medfield's been able to do is they've had complementary football here where their offense has been able to control the ball. The defense has made the plays to, to turn it back to them. So I'd like to see the drive continue.
This time Bedosian far side, Kramer near side. Handoff goes to Harry Bedosian. It's got a little running room if he can get outside. Harry's trying to turn the corner.
Face mask.
Did look like a hand got up there in the grill.
Harry Bedosian.
Moved it up over the 45-yard line, maybe to the 44. No flag on that play.
No, they did throw a flag, Pete.
Oh, in fact,
they
there's
did.
a face mask. Good call, Jerry. I'm assuming that's incidental.
I think it's
going
to be the 5-yard.
5-yard face mask. Number 13 blue. The remaining first down.
That's the big thing about it. It's like, the 1-yard pickup now becomes a 6-yard, and you've got a, first down and 4. Very makeable.
Yeah, that's an interesting call. 1st and 4 Warriors with the ball. They got power low to the right with Bedosian.
As I said, 1st and 2.
And that's Mark Ostowski working his way up, very close to the first down. Mark Ostowski, he was the most valuable player for the Thanksgiving Day game this 2 weeks ago. Very deserving young man. Really picked it up here in the last third of the season. Really become a force as he rotates in and out with Peter Gumas.
Well, and again, they're going to need Ostowski, Bedosian, Gumas. They're going to have to step up here with the loss of Donnelly. And again, we're not sure if he's going to make an appearance, but it looked like a shoulder, and that's a tough, tough injury for someone who's picking up the tough yards and playing in the secondary, coming up and making the hits from safety.
Absolutely.
Picks up the first down. Well, this is what we want to see, Pete. A good answering drive. They started this drive at the 30. They've been able to, control the clock here for a good chunk of this second quarter. Keep the Swampscott offense off the field and start to develop a little bit of rhythm and momentum.
Yep, absolutely right, Jerry. They have been moving down the field, and this is the kind of ball Medfield likes to play. 3-4 yards at a crack. Keep the opposition off the field. Swain hands off to Harry Bedosian. He's running to the right. Short gain there on first down, running off tackle. A lot of misdirection in this Diesel offense. Hard to see who's got the ball, but Bedosian had it. And we picked up about 3. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Ball's marked just outside the 39-yard line of Swampscott as Medfield is on the march. Matt Levin brings him up to the line. Luke Swain on the center. Swain
Nice
going back
pass.
to pass. He's looking right.
Get
He's
rid of
got
it, get
some
rid of it,
time.
get rid of it, get rid of it.
And he just fires that ball out of bounds. Looking for Harry Bedosian running down the right sideline, but he was covered, and Swain wisely threw that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, in this position, Pete, they're gonna, it's 4-down territory for them, and much better to be able to get rid of the ball, keep it a manageable situation as opposed to taking a 4 or 5 yard sack.
So it remains at 3rd down and 8. Medfield in partial diesel. Pitch coming our way. It's Sostovsky. He's got a blocker. He gets up over the 30.
Nice pickup. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
Yep, looks like about a yard short. Should bring up a 4th and 1. Ball should be marked about the 28-yard line, 29-yard line of Swampscott. Looks like a good 2. 4th and a good 2 yards. This is a big, big play here for the Warriors. They really got to execute here. Not to go for all of it, but they got to get a first down and keep these chains moving. It keeps that Swampscott offense off the field. This time we got Kramer on the near side, Bedosian on the far side, Swain under center. Heads out to Peter Gumas. Oh.
Well, if they give him forward progress, he picked it up. We'll see if they give him that forward progress.
Took a big hit. He was stood up there by the linebacker.
Oh.
That ball is not going to be a first down. It looks like Swampscott is going to take over.
It'll go over to Swampscott on downs first.
Well, it looked like the referee on the far side was giving him forward progress to put him right at the down marker, but they're going to call him short.
Well, it was a decent drive for Medfield this last drive here. Unfortunately, they weren't able to put the points up on the board, but they were able to move the ball and pick up about 40 yards. Yeah, Chris Warren is in there in place of Drew Donnelly playing free safety. The ball is marked about the 28-yard line, and Swampscott is in shotgun formation once again.
Oh, nice blitz
He's looking
coverage.
to
It
pass
looks
it.
like a
Harry
pick.
He's going to pick it up at the 50-yard line. Harry takes it back to the 45 as Medfield answers right away with Harry Bedosian coming up with, I believe, his 7th interception of the season. You can see he read that one all the way, Cherry.
Well, and it looked like I think it was Welsh who got pressure on him that forced him to float that ball and throw it a little earlier than he wanted to. And, that was the first time where the pressure, despite Kinchley's ability to get the ball off pretty quickly, he was right in his face. And Bedosian made a heck of a play. Great catch. Love to see him get the ball back.
So Medfield's going to take over here, 1st and 10 from the 45 with 3:38 left here in the first half. Medfield down 15-0. Swain back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to run it. Oh, and he gets tripped up. Just picked up a short gain on that one. There was some running room there, but Swampscott came up, made a nice shoestring tackle to bring him down.
Well, that was a coverage play. They had it well covered. The play action didn't fool up Swampscott at all, and they were back in coverage. There was no one open.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 from the 44-yard line. Medfield with trips to the left, one back in the backfield. Kramer's in motion. Pitch goes to Mark Hostovsky. He's running right behind Kramer.
Wow, nice yardage by Hostovsky.
That was a nice pickup of 6 or 7 there. A little shy of the first down, but he was running right behind Jake Kramer, who was leading the way.
Good lead blocking, and it's good to see Hostovsky put his shoulder down and also drive for a few more yards.
37-yard line.
It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 3 from the 38-yard line or so. 3rd and 3 for the Warriors, as they're getting more comfortable with their offense as the day's wearing on. Swain pitches that ball. It got some running room.
He got the first down.
That looks like enough for a first down. As Hostovsky slashed over the tackle and was taken down, but it looks like it is in fact enough for a Medfield first down at the 34.5-yard line.
Well, I think they might have injected a little Donnelly blood in Hostovsky because he's running very much like Donnelly does with that shoulder down, north-south running with a purpose. Good to see. We're going to need more of that with Donnelly hurt.
Ball's on the near hash mark. Handoff goes to Jay Kramer. He gets nothing there as he's met right at the line of scrimmage. It's interesting you talk about Mark Hostovsky with his shoulder down. They call that the Hostovsky lean because he's under the impression that with his shoulder down, he's delivering the blow instead of taking the blow.
Well, he's doing it. Wouldn't be bad to get the 25 pounds and the extra 2 or 3 inches that Donnelly has, though, to put a little more weight behind it. But he is running with a purpose.
So it's about a 2nd and 9 here from the 34-yard line. Swain pitches to Hostowski. He's running right. He's trying to get outside, and he cannot get around the corners. There was excellent job there by Swampscott, able to set the edge and prevent him from getting outside.
That's the end. That's timeout timeout midfield.
Warriors going to go over and confer with Nick Stevens and Coach Slayson, see exactly what they want to do here on 3rd down and about 11. We have 1:44 left here in the first half. Medfield down 15-0, but they have the ball and they've been moving the ball down the field in this last drive. This drive is all thanks to Harry Bedosian picking off the interception. And as Medfield's got the ball at the Swampscott 35-yard line.
I'm sorry, Pete.
To request game copies, please contact Jason Daniels at 359-7521. You want to get your DVD of the Super Bowl contest? Just give us a call. Medfield still conferring on the far side.
Pete, that last drive was 13 plays. Really started to reestablish the kind of Medfield team we've seen this year, where they're able to sustain a drive. And again, even though they didn't come away with points, they're going to start with the ball in the second half, and they've been able to keep the Swampscott defense on the field a whole lot here, virtually the entire second quarter.
You're absolutely right. So it's a 3rd down and a little more than 10 for the Warriors from the 35-yard line. Oh, nice deception there. Here up goes to Kramer.
Looks like he fumbled.
Ball's on the ground.
Ball carried by Jake Kramer.
Very quiet here all of a sudden.
Looks like they recovered it.
Medfield was able to recover that ball. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 7. We are sitting on the shady side with the Medfield faithful right across the way in the sun. Excellent turnout by Medfield today to support their Warriors. It's going to bring up a 4th down. The ball's marked at the 32-yard line. Medfield spreads the field with 4 men in the pattern. Swain back to pass. He's got some time. He fires to the right. And that ball looks like it was complete.
What a great catch and play by
Andre Abahala.
Abahala.
An excellent grab there by Andre on the far sidelines. I thought he was going to get knocked out before he made the first down, but Andre was able to pick it up on his own. Nice yards after the catch on that particular play. The ball's going to be marked at the 22-yard line as Medfield has 1st and 10 in the waning moments here with 53 seconds left in the first half. There's a penalty on the play. It looks like there might have been encroachment by the defense.
Dead ball.
No, it's. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Number 60 blue.
We'll take the 5.
First down.
So that's going to make it a 1st and 5 for the Warriors. Ball is in the red zone at the 17-yard line. It's 1st and 5 in the red zone.
Medfield still has 2 timeouts, so the 53 seconds, less of an issue this deep in and with some timeouts still left. It's a nice ball by Swain. He really did a nice job of being able to drill it there for Abahala before.
Swain back to pass again.
He's got yardage to run.
Oh, he's got a couple blockers. Luke Swain takes it up to about the 10-yard line.
Picks up the first down. So the clock will stop until they move the chains.
Excellent job by Luke Swain. He's really grown into his position as quarterback and leader on this team. It's going to be a Medfield timeout on the field. That's 2 of 3. They are allotted per half.
Well, and a really smart play there, Pete. Instead of trying to force something, you're in deep in Swampscott territory. You're seeing as a senior the experience and his ability to run, which we've seen, quite a bit of. The huge play that he had against Abington, ripping off the 30-yard run that set up the touchdown for Donnelly. So, nice decision there by Swain.
45 seconds left here in the first half. Ball is just outside the 10-yard line. Swain in shotgun formation. He looks to throw. He's got Bedosian.
Oh, what a
Harry
catch.
Bedosian made a spectacular
catch.
grab. Fingertip grab there by Harry Bedosian. Tremendous job. Medfield's coming right up to the line again. They're ready to go. Medfield spreading him out. Lone back in the backfield. Ball's marked about the 5-yard line. Swain's looking
He's
to
got
his
room
right.
on the outside.
He's
if
going
he
to try
wants
to
it.
run it himself.
Yeah, it's a good decision to throw it away, stop the clock.
Yep. Luke Swain, playing like the senior he is, had the wherewithal to hold that ball and then toss it out of bounds where no one could do it. But we're down to 14 seconds here. Ball's marked. Oh,
Swampscott calling a timeout. They want to make sure they get their defense in order here.
the ball is going to be marked at the 5-yard line. As I say, 14 seconds left here in the first half. Medfield knocking on the door, trying to get some points on the board. Would certainly be a big emotional pickup for this Warrior team if they could come in here and score right at the end, cut Swampscott's lead in half.
Well, what they were able to do, Pete, is regain, time of possession, and they've been able to run 31 plays so far this half to only 20 for Swampscott. Of course, part of that was that Swampscott, was able to pick up the 50-yard completion for the touchdown, so that made that a 5-play, 6-play drive for their first touchdown. But I like the fact they've been able to start establishing a couple of things. When they've needed to run, they've been able to do it. But they've also, on this last drive, they've been able to spread them out a bit.
Yes.
And I think that's going to open up some things for them in the second half.
You would think so. It stands to reason, Jerry. It's good thinking. So I say 14 seconds left here. Ball's marked just outside the 5-yard line. It's actually 3rd and 4. Medfield could conceivably get a first down here. But they have got to punch it in right here. Pat McClay split out to the right with Kramer, Abahala, and Bedozian to the near side. Hostovsky in the backfield. Swain back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to keep it himself.
Oh, call a timeout, call a timeout.
And he's going to get taken down at about the 4-yard line with 5 seconds to go. Pickup of about 1. It's going to be a 4th and 3 from the 4-yard line. 5 seconds left in the half. But he's making the right decision by not forcing that ball into the end zone with his coverage.
Yeah, great job by Swampscott of closing on that. If you look at it, when he initially made the decision to pull the ball down and run, it looked like he had a little bit more open.
Yes.
It looked like maybe he could have also gotten out of bounds and saved them the timeout. But I think they've got the one chance here to try to punch it in from the 4. I don't think they'll have enough time with no timeouts to do anything but get it in the end zone.
I think you're right. It's time for one play. Oh, they put 2 seconds back on the clock. Made it back to 7. So wind is starting to pick up again here. As I said earlier, temperature's about 30 with 30-mile-an-hour winds. Feels like it's single digits.
We have the ball spotted on the 40-yard line of Swampscott.
As we kept saying all through the second half of the Bellingham game, here's the biggest play of the game so far for Medfield.
Yeah, you'd like to see them with the momentum change starting at the 45 after the interception. You'd like to see them go down here and put some points on the board.
And I do believe Medfield's going to receive the kick in the second half as well. Swain in shotgun formation. Medfield spread him out. Swain is going to run the option to Hostovsky. Mark Hostovsky. Pickup of about 1, but that is not going to do it. There's 1 second left on the clock here in the first half.
1 second left to play in the first half. Swampscott takes over on downs. First down and 10.
That's a shame. It seems like it takes them an extra minute to get that play set up. It sets up a little slow, possibly.
Well,
But
it was an option, and he read it. I think it was the right move. Swampscott did a good job. They picked up Swain. He made the pitch, and then the question is, does he have enough speed to turn the corner? And he just didn't quite have it. Swampscott did a nice job of closing on it.
Yes, they did. Okay, Medfield looks like they're going to employ 5 linebackers, 3 secondary guys. It's a 3-man line. I'd like to see him drive right into the center here and knock him back.
Yeah, I think he's going to take the knee.
and Swampscott takes the knee, and that is the end of the first half of play. So after one half of play, Swampscott is 15, and the Warriors trail by nothing. 15-0 after one half of play. You're watching Medfield TV.